I do, folks. How you doing? It's been a while, hasn't it? Just a quick one. Yeah, I've heard so many reasons why I'm not making videos from other people. I thought I'd throw a quick one out there, and it's simpler than people think I'm making out. I should imagine people have realised I've been getting more and more, not disheartened, but disgruntled. I'm not sure if it's the right word even, but basically what I've been saying is the majority of the truth movement's just filled with shills, absolute, either foreign agents or fools that have just been taken in by foreign agents, and they're going down the wrong road just trying to make themselves famous for some fucking stupid reason, and they're making themselves very, very busy. But more than that, they've taken over the truth movement, so there's not much truth in the movement anymore. There really isn't, and I can't be asked to compete with it. The worst thing is people fall for it, and the reason people fall for it is because they all want a saviour. And when you want a saviour, anybody who sounds like a saviour is going to be your kind of guy, isn't it? Or she. So basically what you got, these shills pop up, say the right things, get themselves really, really busy on videos, getting loads and loads of viewers, subscribers, followers, and they get everybody in awe of them, calling them legends and telling them how good they are. And yeah, and it kind of, I'd had enough. I just had enough of trying to preach some truths to people who are following the shills and the controlled opposition. And whenever I say things like, there's so many controlled opposition out there, I have people then start emailing me going, what do you think of this one? What about this one? What about this one? And I'm not interested in getting into that shit. It's not about what I think to them. If you think something about them and that's the ones you want to follow, go follow them. I'm not the authority in your life. I'm not the one who tells you what to think about somebody else. You make your own mind up on that shit. But it should be quite easy to see who the shills are, because they pop out from nowhere. They get everybody absolutely loving them, following them, and some of them even put little fucking meme badges for you to copy and put on your Facebook profiles or whatever your favourite MI5 CIA controlled opposition site is. Yeah, they put these little yellow boxes with "I do not consent" for you all to stick up on your profiles and think that you're doing something. I mean, it's fucking stupidity. It's absolute stupidity. It's simple Simon Says, stand on one leg, hop up and down, rub your tummy and tap your fucking head. And that's exactly what you're doing. Every twist and turn people take. And this is what I was getting sick of. And this is what all my videos just turned into, basically. Telling you that every twist and turn people are falling for. And I'm seeing people that have been in the movement for a bloody long time, who fell for all this shit before, doing it again, falling for the same shit again, putting these "I do not consent" fucking silly little things on the Facebook. That's an IQ test. It's an IQ test. It's no different to a COVID fucking vaccine or a COVID test. It's just an IQ test, and if you've put one of them badges on, you've failed. And it's as simple as that. They do this shit for you to be enamoured by them, to follow them, and also as a litmus test to see if you're on side, if they've got you, how many people are listening to this shit. The algorithms will be counting these fucking idiots who are putting these banners up on the pages and on their profiles. It's instant results to them. AI counts everything. They see what posts you repeat, what you're passing around, if you're following the shills, if you're passing their word on. They get instant feedback on how well they're doing. So I just decided enough was enough. What's the point in keep making these videos for just an handful of people to listen to? And I do appreciate it. I've got some really good folks that listen to me, but there's also a bunch of fucking idiots as well. And it ain't about me not being there for the ones that do listen. It's about how far do you go, how much do you do when it's futile, how much do you say when people in general are following the controlled opposition. Yeah, they might listen to a few words from me and then they go and do what the others say. They follow things like 1099 processors. That was one of them from way back. Just shit out there, shit putting out there, making corporate fucking companies out of their name. The amount of people that I've registered my name. It's not your name, you can't register it. Well, I have done, and so and so says. And it's just like, oh, for fuck's sake. So draining hearing this shit every day, all day. And yes, people can be fooled. And if you're new to this game and you've just come into it and you're fooled by that shit, I get it. You can be fooled ever so easily because controlled opposition, there's more of them out there than the straight ones. But there's a whole hell of a lot, and I would say 80% of the long-standing truth movement, the ones that have been there for years and years and years, still falling for every fucking twist and turn, every bit of shit that somebody tells you to do, you do it. And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. You're men and women, you're not their person. I mean, their Interpretations Act defines you as a body corporate, a body incorporated. That's your person. So what? Hello, Mr. Wasp. How you doing? So still here. Liking me. Yeah. So ever so simple, and the whole internet's alive with that. Everybody tells you, and it's written everywhere. Just about every group's put that up at some point, and people are still wondering about person. People are still talking about live life claims. They're still talking about just the basic incorporation of the person. Everything's about the person to the people. You say you're not a person, then you answer to the person. You're opening the letters of a person. Say, what do I do about this? You tell somebody, here's a template. It's not about the template, it's about how you stand on it. Send this template, but you have to stand on it, and I can't hold your hand with this. So this is what you do if they write back, and you list it all out, word for word, what they need to do if they get a contact back. And as soon as it comes back, as soon as they get a fucking letter through the door, I've got this, and you get a photo of it as if to say, you do this now, what do I do now? And the reality is, you shouldn't be doing anything if you don't know what to do now, what you do next. You can send as many letters as you want. They're either going to be ignored or you're going to get some blah blah back from them. What do you do next? And that's what you need to know. And if you don't know, there's no point in me saying it again on a video like everybody else has said it again and again and again on videos, because if it's all out there and you're not doing it, you're not taking any notice of it, what's the point in me reiterating it? So you can see why I've just got disheartened by it all. And it's not that it's not worth it. I've got my private groups, I'm in my private groups, and I march on as I do. I'm very, very busy. We deal with, and this isn't a Freemasonic thing. I have to say that again, because apparently my itchy nose, which I do suffer with, is a Freemasonic. If I was doing that would be Freemasonic, I believe. But yeah, at the end of the day, people have got to wake up to who they are. They've got to learn who they are. When they're sending all this shit through your door addressed to the full all caps name, standing there, what do I do? Is it you? Is it you? If it isn't, what are you fucking opening it for? What do you care? What do you care what they do to the person for? I don't care what they do to my person. It's not even my person, it's the government created person. But I don't care what they do to it or with it. They can shout it for anything. They can make it any offer they want. I'm the man. Don't apply to me. So you got to make your own mind up what you do. And yes, they can work by force, but if you're not prepared to put your head on the line, you're not going to get anywhere. Everybody's waiting for somebody else to succeed so they can do shit, and all they want to do is copy what succeeded because they don't want to be the ones that work at something. Well, when there's tyranny ensuing, you either all stand up, or a few just stand up and you're watching them stand up, and most likely they're going to get hammered back down in most cases. And then you're going to sit there, it's a good job I didn't stand up. Well, the fact that you weren't standing up was the reason why they got hammered back down again, isn't it? That's the very reason. If everybody stood up, it would end tomorrow. If everybody stood up today, it'd end today. But they're not going to, for the same reason as you're not standing up. Unless you're the one that is. But there's not very many of you. Most of you have got your excuses, reasons why you won't, and it's children, family, this, that, or the other. But ultimately, not the jab, the chip is going to come in. And you're all saying, I won't do this, I won't do that, but you fucking will, because you're showing it now. You won't stand up because of your family, because of this, that and the other, whatever reason or excuse you've got is good enough for you now, why won't it be good enough for you at the last step? You can't wait till the very last minute. And we all know you won't stand up then either, because then it's going to, oh, it's too late now. It's too late. I get asked that a lot. Is it too late? People want me to say yes, so then they can go, oh, I won't bother then. The answer should be, is it too late? Yes, it's too late. Okay, well, I'm still not standing for this shit, so I'm standing up. I didn't before. But the reality is, it's not too late until everything's implemented. If everybody stood up, but everybody isn't going to stand up. And this isn't a call for everybody to stand up, because everybody won't stand up. We already know. Most people are just following the controlled opposition, like I've already said. And if they're not following the controlled opposition, they just haven't got the balls to put their head on the line, because the children, the job. I mean, fucking hell, we saw people taking jabs just so they could go on holiday, and then they could go on holiday anyway. We've got Simple Simon telling them to do everything, and people just jump at it, whatever. And as long as they feel that it's come from a reliable source, you know, one of these controlled oppositions that you love. It's fucking brilliant watching it. It'd be laughable if it wasn't so serious, but unfortunately it really is so serious. It's always been a case of everybody stand up or nobody. Excuse me a second. I'm just sitting at the side of the road because I'm sat here waiting for my motorbike to have a new tyre placed on it. Unfortunately the road's eaten all the rubber. Anybody ever wonder where all that rubber goes? Think of how many millions and millions and millions of tyres are used every day, and they're driving across the road, and the rubber doesn't evaporate, it's non-biodegradable. Why aren't the roads 10 foot deep in rubber? It goes somewhere. There's probably a Google search will tell you how much rubber gets used in tyres per year. Where is it all? It's magicry. So yes, magic, that's pretty much how they run us as well. Wordplay is just magic. I can't remember what I heard something. If you're listening to this, whoever said it, I'm sorry for plagiarising it, but magic is exactly what they do. They say something, then you feel something from that they say, and that's magic. They've inflicted a feeling on you, and because of that feeling, now you're going to act a certain way, and then your actions are depicted by what they've done. I've moulded into my own now. Plagiarising over. No, just ad-libbing. But the reality is, we do. It moulds away into our actions, and they have the best minds in the world, paid with unlimited funds, to ensure they know what words to say, what magic spells to cast, to create the actions that they desire. And they do it all day, every day. Not always through their own words and through the news, although that's a lot of it, but through Hollywood. We're seeing that a lot lately with the Mel Gibson bollocks lately. Everybody over a fucking film that's exposing what they want to expose and what they've been exposing for all this time. You know, fucking Epstein didn't come out of the blue. They exposed him on purpose. He didn't kill himself. He probably isn't dead. There's other lands. If you learn about that shit, you'll realise they don't need to die. They can go to the other lands where there's no news comes out of there. We don't even hear of them. Most people don't even know they exist, for fuck's sake. They earn their place and off they go. Just like that Bridgeton MP works for them. Everybody hails him as a hero because they put on a little more theatre. They put on a new act for him to show you he's your side. He's on your side now. Still an MP, like. And if he wasn't, he'd just be playing another role. He's one of them. You've got the Farage bollocks and the Piers Morgan bollocks talking about Coutts Bank. Coutts fucking Bank. We're not talking Barclays there. We're getting really. They're putting Coutts Bank name into the neighbourhood of people. Go look who banks there. Go look who they're for. And they're all proud. I'd bank with Coutts. Yes, of course you do, you fucking elitist twat. Just because you're on TV, don't mean you ain't one of them. they get their roles to play, and for playing their roles they get blessed lives. They play their roles, they have their jobs to do, and most of them jobs is fooling you, keeping the theatrics going, making you believe something's happening when it isn't, or making you believe nothing's happening when it is. Either way round it goes, it doesn't really make much difference. They've got your attention. Always they get your attention. They've only got to blow something up, sack somebody, make a scandal of something, and they've got your attention. Always, every single time, every twist and turn. This is why I'm not making videos all the time. The point of making videos always for me was to get people's minds thinking straight. Very, very few were thinking straight. Them that are thinking straight, they're already thinking straight. If I had something to do with that, great, fantastic. I'm glad your head's on, I'm glad you're thinking straight. But no more do I believe I'm having that effect, because I think the majority of people out there are too enamoured by these fucking shills that are out there, these people that are bringing you these banners and things to put on your Facebook to make you feel special, to make you feel like you're not consenting, so you fucking told them. Yeah, that told them. Facebook is just part and parcel of, so is Twitter, so is Telegram, and so is any other platform you can think of, all owned and controlled by them for the control process. You are controlled by them for the control process. So folks, this is pretty much why I've not been putting videos up there. I believe it's futile at the minute, and that doesn't mean people can't learn. It doesn't mean people aren't going to wake up, but I don't think for 1 minute they are. As long as you've got these fucking Richard Forbes people out there, and I could name plenty of others, but he's one of the most prominent ones, firing videos out every other fucking day and giving you these banners to post on there, and oohs and ahs, and getting people on to interview. You should be able to work it out for yourself. There's many of them. They're virtually running the entirety of this truth movement now, and I don't see many good ones out there anymore. There are obviously good ones, and there's some great people in the movement in general, but the actual truth seekers, the ones doing the talking, the loudest voices are the ones you're listening to, and the loudest voices are the ones the algorithms are pushing, and the ones that the algorithms are pushing are working for the system, be that intentionally on the payroll, or be that just that they've been suckered in by fucking idiots and they're kissing up to this fucking agenda so they get the likes and the arse kissing, because that's ultimately what they're after. But the reality is, for me, I've just been pumping my gear into my own study group, my own folks, the people around me, the people that stand with me, arm shoulder to shoulder as it is, arm in arm, and also dealing with the new angle. As I said before on the last video, we're dealing with tax liabilities for corporations and otherwise, getting tax liabilities down to zero, getting people at least doing something there which is constructive, something with substance, like reducing or zeroing people's tax liabilities. That's taxation is theft. That's the government actively stealing from you. So if I can stop the government stealing from you, that's one back into it. But that's pretty much what I've been putting my energies into, those two things. And like I say, not been doing the videos for the reasons I've stated. But on that note, I'm going to see how my bike's doing. Hopefully my tyre's on it now, and I'll be a bit safer on the roads and be able to get back before the rain comes. It's actually got quite bright at the minute, but only in the last 10 minutes, but I've still got bloody cardigan, shirt and coat on halfway through July. That should not be. A big motorbike gear as well, not just any old coat, and fucking great big boots. Yeah, July. There's another one for you. People saying, oh, the weather's shit, isn't it? The weather isn't shit. We haven't got any weather. There's no such thing as weather anymore. Weather is a naturally occurring phenomenon which alters the temperature and the environment we live in. That's not what's happening here. We can watch them absolutely create it. We know they're creating it. We're watching them on a daily basis, and there's fucking idiots out there still not accepting it. There's fucking idiots out there still wearing masks. So this is where we are as a world, as a people, dumbed down to the point where we're just cavemen with fucking technology. Cavemen that know how to use technology. You start searching out the real history, you see something totally different, so much more advanced than we are today, and all we've got is stuff to distract us. Give it the Homer Simpson ooh and off you go. Attention deficit disorder, all created. But yeah, on that note, folks, I'm going to do one. Go and check on my bike and see how it's going. I hope everybody's all good out there. And oh yeah, and the other thing I was doing, just chucking before, is the cancer thing. I've been working with a lot of people with cancer, because that's also what I do now. But you can't shout too loud about that, can you? But hey, so far 100%, so I haven't lost anybody yet. So anyway, folks, just look after yourselves, hang tight, get a grip, learn some shit, stop being enamoured by shills, and stand up. Get off your knees, stand up for yourselves, start doing. Lose the excuses that are the reason why you're not doing, the reason why you're waiting for somebody else to do, and then you're just hoping for that template that'll do for you too. There is no template. There's no template to deal with the government. It certainly doesn't come with a yellow sticker that you put on your Facebook or Telegram fucking group saying I don't consent. There's only right next to the stupidity of Facebook, I give no consent to share my photographs. You already did when you signed up to Facebook. So anyway, yeah, stop falling for bollocks. You're not signing waivers when you put these things up, and you're not getting out of anything. But anyway, folks, as I said, I'm off. I'm babbling on again. Have a good one all. I don't know when I'll be back on, but I'm sure I will at some point, when everybody's whinged at me for long enough to make another video. I've had an awful lot of people asking me. But on that note, folks, have a good one, and catch you all soon. Ta-da.